तस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश नम ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यस्य कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So welcome to the series of sessions which we are discussing on the teachings of the Lord Chaitanya to Sanatana Goswami, Sanatana Shiksha. So we have covered, if you remember, Swayam Bhagavan, Swayam Prakash, and the divisions in that. Tad Ekmatma, in that there is Vilas and Swamsha. In Vilas there is Prabha Vilas and Vaibhav Vilas. And in Swamsha there is the Purusha avatars, the Guna avatars, the Manvantara avatars, the Leela avatars, the Shakti-Avesh avatars. There are 6 divisions. So within the Tadekatma Swamsha, we have covered the Purusha avatars. And in the last class, we covered among the Guna avatars, Vishnu. So today in this class, we will continue our discussion of the Guna avatars with respect to Shiva. Vishnu we have covered in the last class. Sorry, we have covered Brahma, not Vishnu. We have covered Brahma. So we will begin from where we left last time. After discussing about the Guna avatars, Purusha avatars, Leela avatars, Guna avatars, Manvantara avatar, Yuga avatar, and Shaktavesh. So we are now going to cover Purusha avatars and Leela avatars is over. We are covering Guna avatars and we have finished Brahma. So now we will start with Shiva. So very interesting and brief it is again. Whatever is discussed in Chaitanya Charitamrita, we will restrict to that because Shiva Tattva is very, very vast and deep. So let us see whatever is there in the discussion between Mahaprabhu and Sanatana Goswami. We will only cover that much. Nijamsha Kalaya Krishna Tamo Guna Angikari Samhararte Maya Sange Rudra Rupa Dhari. Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Krishna. This is how Prabhupada has translated Krishna as Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality. Expands a portion of his plenary portion, Nija Amsa Kalaya. So Krishna's expansion is Amsha, and the expansion of the Amsha is Kala. Accepting the association of the mode of ignorance. This is Tamo Guna Angikari. Assumes the form of Rudra, Rudra Rupadhari, to dissolve the cosmic manifestation. Samhararte, what is the purpose? He takes this form for dissolving the cosmic manifestation. So Krishna, when he expands, and his expansion, and he transforms into Shiva. It is basically Mahavishnu. Mahavishnu, when he glances at Prakriti, Mahavishnu expands himself to associate with Maya in the form of Shambhu. So here Rudra Rupadhari is the term used. So sometimes Shambhu, Shiva, Rudra are synonymously used, but they have also specific definitions. And that we have discussed, if you remember, when we are discussing the Purusha Avatar a little bit briefly the past times. This is the description of the Rudra form, which is another expansion of Krishna. Only Vishnu Murtis are expansions of Krishna's personal and plenary portions. Only Vishnu Murtis. When Garbhodakshaya Vishnu accepts the material modes of nature for the purpose of dissolving the cosmic manifestation, his form is called Rudra. Now, can you tell me this Rudra form which is being discussed, whether it is outside the universal creation or whether it is inside within the universe? Raise your hands who would like to answer. Parth Sarthi, one hand has been raised. What about the others? Two hands. Okay. Parth Sarthi Prabhuji. Yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Within the universe.
Why do you say it is within the universe? What is your reasoning behind it? Your answer is correct.
Because this form of Lord Shiva is after he came from the forehead of Brahma, and when he came from the forehead of Brahma, he's called Rudra because he was because Lord Brahma was in angry state, Rudan. So Rudra.
Yes, you are right. Any other reasons you feel?
No problem.
It's also because we are discussing Guna avatars. And the Guna avatars are within the universe. So Rudra is, Shiva is one of the Guna avatars. So the gunas which are, in this creation. So we are discussing about that. So that's why it is also Rudra. Rudra, it is within the creation. I'm just opening the Golok chart again. So this is Shambhu. Krishna expands into in the form of Shambhu, but within the universe, Garbhodakshaya Vishnu expands into Kshirodakshaya Vishnu, and Garbhodakshaya Vishnu gives birth to Brahma, and Brahma gives birth to Rudra. So these are the three Guna avatars which maintain the three modes, who are the Adhishtata Dev of the three modes. So that's why we are discussing Guna avatars, so it is within the creation. Your answer is also correct, but an additional point I just wanted to explain. Okay. As already explained, Lord Vishnu is the controller of Maya. How then can he associate with Maya? The conclusion is that the incarnation of Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma indicates the absence of the supreme power of Vishnu. When the supreme power is not there, it is possible to associate with Maya, the external energy. Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva are to be considered the creations of Maya. Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma are creations of Maya because they have, in one sense, bodies which are made of material elements, but they are still very, very fine. Lord Brahma's material body is made of, maybe 90% intelligence, but still it is made of Maya. Lord Shiva also, because he comes in contact with Maya for associating with Maya in order to create. So that's why they are creations of Maya. So Jiva Goswami gives an example of the difference between Vishnu and Shiva. Of course, we have heard the standard example of Brahma Samhita, Shiram Yada Tadi Vikar Yogat. Milk is pure, but milk, when it comes in contact with tamarind, it transforms into yogurt. So there's a transformation happening which is because of the contact. Similarly, Vishnu, when he wants to associate with Maya, he comes in contact with the Maya, he transforms into Shiva. The Jiva Goswami's example is just like a lamp which is glowing. On the lamp, you place you get lamp glasses, round glasses, and you place this glass. Now the lamp is glowing, but the soot of the lamp, the black smoke, the soot of the lamp sticks to the glass, and you can see a black coating. You've seen that black coating, right? So that is like, Shiva, there is a contact happening with Maya. So they are creations of Maya. Text 308. Maya Sangha Vikari Rudra Bhinna Bhinna Rupa Jiva Tattva Nahe Krishna Raswarupa. Rudra, Lord Shiva, has various forms which are transformations brought about by association Maya. Bhinna Bhinna Rupa. He has many forms. He is Panchanana. There is many forms of Rudra. Although Rudra is not on the level with the Jiva Tattvas, he still cannot be considered a personal expansion of Lord Krishna, because he comes in contact with Maya. So Shiva Tattva is a separate Tattva. He is in between Jiva Tattva and the Vishnu Tattvas. He's somewhere in between. So that's why Shiva Tattva is a little difficult to understand. So Rupa Goswami in his Laghu Bhagavatamrit quite philosophically explains Shiva Tattva. Again, we cannot go into it because it's a very elaborate discussion. So Rudra is Panchanan. Panchanan means what? 5 faces he has got. And he is manifested in different forms. He is manifested in the form of air, fire, water, ether, all these elements. So in Kalahasti, there is a famous temple. Anyone knows? In Kalahasti, near Tirupati, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visited this temple. Anyone knows? Anyone has visited Kalahasti? Many must have gone to the Tirupati Yatra, and many times the Tirupati Yatra we go to Kalahasti. Govindat Prabhu has definitely gone. I know about it. Govindat Prabhuji? Yes, Govindat Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji, I've gone.
You're gone. So
yes.
there is the linga, right?
Yes.
Have you seen it?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Seen
means
it?
It's made of, I think, ether or something like.
It is made of air. It is air.
Yes. Air.
It is a Vayulinga. You cannot see. So they have some covering put, but it is actually a Vayulinga. So like that, all these forms are there. So he has got bhinna bhinna rupa. So I'm just sharing some interesting information. Of course, we cannot go exhaustively in that. It's a very nice tattva to study, Shiva tattva. Rudra is simultaneously one with and different from the Vishnu tattva. What to speak Rudra? Even the Jiva tattva is simultaneously one and different from Vishnu tattva. Bhinna bhinna. Achinta beda beda tattva is there. Due to his association with Maya, he is different from the Vishnu tattva, but at the same time, he is an expansion of Krishna's personal form. So this is the speciality of Shiva tattva, that he is different from Vishnu tattva, but he is the expansion of Vishnu tattva. He is his Swamsha. Now, Jiva is also different from Vishnu tattva, but Jiva is also expansion of Krishna's not personal form, Swamsha, but Vibhinnamsha. That's the difference. I hope you are clear. This situation is called Bheda Bheda Tattva or Achinta Bheda Bheda Tattva, simultaneously one and different. So this I already spoke. Prabhupada is writing here in the purport. Dhugdaena Amla Yoge Dadhi Rupe Dhari Dhugdantar Vastu Nahe Dugdha Haite Nare. Milk is transformed into yogurt when it associates with a yogurt culture. Thus, yogurt is nothing but milk, but still it is not milk. Yogurt is what? It's milk. It's a transformation of milk, but still it is not milk. When it transforms, it is something else. And you cannot reverse that also. You cannot, from yogurt, get milk back. From milk, you can transform to yogurt. So, Amla Yoga. So, when Mahavishnu wants to do yoga with the Maya and the form he takes, contact with Maya, he transforms into Shiva. Of the three deities supervising the creation, maintenance, and dissolution of the universe, Lord Vishnu is never separate from the original Vishnu. However, Lord Shiva and Brahma, due to their association with Maya, are different from Vishnu. So, in which pastime in the Bhagavatam it is demonstrated that Shiva also can fall in Maya and not Vishnu? In which pastime? Anyone knows? One hand has been raised. Yes, Govind Prabhuji.
This is after the Samudra Manthan Lila, Lord Shiva got attracted to the Moini Murti form.
Yes. So this pastime shows that even Lord Shiva can come under Maya, and he wanted to extol the glories of his Lord also. Vishnu cannot be transformed into any other form of material energy. So this is the point you have to note. That's why I mentioned that the forms of Brahma and Shiva are made of material energy, but they are very fine material energy. Whenever there is association with Maya, the personality involved must be different from Lord Vishnu. Therefore, Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma are called Gunavatars, for they associate with the material qualities. Brahma is associated with the material quality of Rajaguna and Shiva with Tamaguna. The conclusion is that Rudra is not exactly Lord Vishnu, but rather a transformation of Vishnu. He is a transformation of Vishnu. Therefore, he does not come within the category of Vishnu Tattvas. Thus, he is inconceivably one with Vishnu and different from him. The example given in this verse is very clear. Milk is compared to Vishnu. As soon as milk touches a sour substance, it becomes yogurt or Lord Shiva. Although yogurt is constitutionally milk, it cannot be used in the place of milk. So this is how Prabhupada is clearly giving the understanding. Now, Kaviraj Goswami and Mahaprabhu are giving a reference to explain Shiva Tattva from the Brahma Samhita. Shiram yadadadi vikara vishesha yogat Sanjayate natu tatah pratak asti heta yah shambhutamapi tata samupaitya karyat govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. You know what is interesting of today's class? Anyone knows? Today we are having the Sanatana Shiksha class. What is so special and unique? Yes, Radha Jivan Prabhuji. Yes.
Shivaratri.
Today is Shivaratri, and what a coincidence! And today's class was completely covering Shiva Tattva. You know, it's really very, very interesting. It's the mercy of Lord Shiva. Shiva is Vaishnava Name Tavshandu, causeless mercy. Milk changes into yogurt when mixed with yogurt culture, but actually it is constitutionally nothing but yogurt. Similarly, Govind, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, assumes the form of Lord Shiva. Now you see in the square bracket, Prabhupada Shambhu. So now you can see in the square bracket there is Shambhu. So this is, where is the Shambhu? Anyone can tell? Where is this manifestation of Shambhu coming in the whole Golok chart? Anyone else? I would like to see others also. Anyone else? Yes, Radha Krishna. Prabhuji?
Vaishnava. Out of the universe.
Pardon?
Out of the universe.
Out of the universe, Mahavishnu. During the creation of Mahavishnu, yes. For the special purpose of material transactions, for my obeisances at his lotus feet. This is the quotation from Brahma Samhita 5:45. Shiva Maya Shakti Sanghi Tamo Gunavesh Mayatita Gunatita Vishnu Paramesh. Lord Shiva is an associate of the external energy. Maya Shakti Sanghi. Therefore, he is absorbed in the material quality of darkness. Tama Guna Avesh. Guna Avesh. Lord Vishnu is transcendental to Maya. Maya Atit. And qualities of Maya. Gunatit. He is Maya Atit. He is Gunatit. Therefore, he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Parama Ish. Paramesh. It has become. Vishnu Paramesh. Vishnu is beyond the range of material manifestation and he is not within the control of material energy. He is the supreme independent personality of Godhead. This is admitted even by Shankaracharya. Narayan Paro Vyaktat Bhashya. So Prabhupada repeatedly quotes Shankaracharya as our Acharya who has established that Narayan is beyond his material creation, although he propagated the Mayavad philosophy. But Prabhupada uses that as a praman. In his constitutional form, Shiva is a Mahabhagavat, supreme devotee of the Lord. But because he accepts Maya's association, especially the quality of ignorance, he is not free from Maya's influence. My dear devotees, any reflections and thoughts after reading this statement? Anyone think about this statement? A supreme devotee, but because he accepts Maya's, especially the quality of ignorance, he is not free from Maya's influence. After hearing this statement, any thoughts, any realizations, any reflections? One hand has been raised. What about others? Yes. Yes, Prabhuji.
Vaishnava. Even Shiva got this Maya influence. Then what about our Shiva?
If Shiva's position is that he's a Mahabhagavat, he's the controller of destroying the entire universe, cosmic manifestation, and this is his position, he is not free from Maya's influence, then what is our situation? Tiny jivas here on earthly planet. What is our position? And what is Shiva's position? What is Shambhu's position? So this is to be meditated upon. Such an intimate association is completely absent in the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vishnu. Lord Shiva accepts Maya, but in the presence of Lord Vishnu, Maya does not exist. Parth Sarthi Prabhuji, yes, you have a question?
Prabhuji, I'm not able to follow that Lord Shiva has a fine material body. So would that mean that at the time of devastation of the universe, the Lord, this Lord Rudra, who is within the material universe, will also go away along with the dissolution? And my second
Very,
question
very,
is,
very, very interesting question. Now, when the universe is destroyed, Shiva does his Tandav Nritya. So the universes are destroyed. So you see, Garbhodakshai Vishnu, in one sense, is a expansion of Karanodakshai Vishnu. So universe is not there. Garbhodakshai Vishnu is also not there. So Rudra is again a manifestation of Shambhu. And Shambhu manifests from Mahavishnu. So now when the creation is withdrawn, Mahavishnu is eternally present. And only when he now desires, okay, let there be creation, then only Shambhu manifests, universe manifests. And from, Mahavishnu, he expands into Garbhodakshai Vishnu. And then Garbhodakshai Vishnu expands into Shuddhas. So these are eternal forms, but these forms are manifested and unmanifested. Are you getting this point? They are manifested and unmanifested, but they are eternal personalities, because I mentioned ultimately Shambhu is an expansion of Sadashiv, and this Shambhu, Shiva is an expansion of Shambhu. I hope this.
Prabhuji, when the
Yes, Parthsarthi Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, when the universe goes back into Mahavishnu, at that time, Lord Rudra, he disappears, correct?
It is manifested and unmanifested, you can say.
Okay. Prabhuji also, okay. Would Lord Shiva be overcome by Mahamaya? Can he be fooled by his own wife?
That's what we read now, Prabhupada's statement. You did not hear it? He is not free from Maya's influence. And the whole pastime is there in the Bhagavatam.
I heard in from other sources that there
No,
is a
you see
Vishnu.
what Prabhupada is saying here. You
Yeah,
see the
yes.
statement of Prabhupada. He is not free from Maya's influence. It is mentioned. And there is a whole pastime in the Bhagavatam to prove that.
Because I heard from other sources in association
What are the other sources of information?
that there is a Vishnu Maya and there is Mahamaya. That Vishnu Maya is different from Durga Devi, and it was that Vishnu Maya which fooled Lord Shiva. Otherwise, Lord Shiva is Mayapati. He can never be fooled by Mahamaya, who is Durga
You'll
Devi.
have to give me reference where it is quoted and any reference shlokas to that. And then only we can look into it. Any statement,
Right.
any statement made has to have a shastric basis for it. No? So here there is proper statement and there is a whole pastime. He's associated with Maya. It's mentioned here. And he's not free from Maya's influence. Prabhupada is very clearly saying here. Consequently, Lord Shiva has to be considered a product of Maya. Further, when Lord Shiva is free from Maya's influence, he is in a position of Mahabhagavat, a supreme devotee of Lord Vishnu. Vaishnavanam yata Shambhu. Now you have to understand this statement. Just like a pure devotee, when he also becomes Gunatita. Gunatita means he transcends the three modes. When he transcends the three modes, and Sarup Siddha. Sarup Siddha means he understands his constitutional position at the stage of bhava. So even a pure devotee can come to this position. So similarly, now Prabhupada is explaining, Shambhu or Shiva Tattva, that's why it swings both the directions. He can come under the influence of Maya, and how it is, we saw that previous statements. And as a Vaishnavanam yata Shambhu, as a pure devotee, he can be also beyond the influence of Maya or free from the influence of Maya. And that time he's a supreme devotee of Lord Vishnu. So Prabhupada is quoting the reference Vaishnavanam yata Shambhu. So just like a pure devotee also who comes to the stage of bhava, who is Gunatit and Sarup Siddha, he is also not under Maya's influence now. So from a devotee perspective, now Prabhupada is speaking about Lord Shiva. Shiva Shakti Yukta Shashvat Trilinga Guna Samvrita Vaikarikas Tejasascha Dhamasaschait Aham Trida. The truth about Lord Shiva is that he is always covered with the three material coverings, Vaikarika, Tejasa and Tamasa. Now you have to understand also that Brahma is the controller of the mode of passion. It doesn't mean that he's only covered by passion. All the three, but in different degrees, these coverings are there: goodness, passion, and ignorance. But prominent is goodness. Shiva is covered by ignorance. It doesn't mean that passion and goodness, it is not covered. He's covered with that also, but prominent is the mode of ignorance. So all the three coverings, that's why it is mentioned here. Trilinga Guna Samvrita. Because of these three modes of material nature, he always associates with the external energy and egotism itself. Tamasas Chait Aham Trida. This is the quotation from Srimad Bhagavatam 10.88.3. So now, again to prove that past time we mentioned, now there is a Shastric reference here to mention, to prove how the coverings of the gunas act on Brahma and Shiva, but not on Vishnu. Now, another second reference from the Shastra. Harirhi Nirguna Sakshat Purusha Prakriti Paraha Sa Sarvadrik Upadrishta Tam Bhajan Nirguno Bhave. Sri Hari, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is situated beyond the range of material nature. Hari hi nirguna sakshat. Therefore, he is supreme transcendental person. Purusha Prakriti Para. Now, okay, I have a question regarding this this seemingly contradicting statement of Prabhupada here. Like here Shiva is not free from the influence of Maya, and he's like a Gun avatar. Now those people in the mode of Tamagun who worship Shiva, and devotees means, devotees who are practicing Krishna consciousness, who also worship Shiva and seem as a pure devotee. Is there a difference? Yes or no? And why you have to tell me? I hope you got the point. Anyone would like to share their thoughts? Two hands have been raised. Let me first take a chance with Govinda too. Yes.
The non-devotees who are in the mode of who are worshipping Lord Shiva for some material gain, they consider him as an independent Lord, and they don't have idea that means he is under the Supreme Lord or something like that. So they consider him independent and they just worship him for some material gain, prosperity, wealth, like that. And as a devotee, those who are in Krishna consciousness,
What happens to those devotees who worship like this Shiva?
Shiva fulfills their material desires, but they don't get pure devotion to Lord Vishnu because
Okay,
they have material desires.
and what happens? That they are tamagun, they come out of it or they go deeper into it?
They will be go more and more into the tamagun.
Yes, okay. And then now about devotees who see Shiva as Vaishnavanamrita Shambhu.
Yeah, the devotees of Lord Krishna who sees him as the greatest of all the Vaishnavas, when they worship him and or give respect to him, though Shiva is very pleased and he awards them pure devotion and he brings them near to Lord Krishna.
Yes, yes, very, very important. This we have to understand. So, how in what, how you see Shiva based on your perspective, and that's why they're saying there is two kinds of mercy Lord Shiva bestows. There is kapata and nishkapata. Those who are in the tamagun who come to Shiva for ulterior purposes, he kapat. There is kapat, or deceit is there. So they don't get actually the mercy of Shiva. But devotees of Krishna who worship, because Ahankar is controlled especially by Shiva, whose worshipable Lord is Vishnu, Sankarshan. So Lord Shiva helps Vaishnavas to become free from this Ahankar, so ultimately they can attain the association of Vishnu. So this kind of understanding is very important. So it came to me, this thought, so that's why I just shared. So we are discussing about this verse, second reference, that only Hari Nirguna Sakshat, Purusha Prakriti Para. He is a transcendental person. Sa Sarvadrik Padrishta. He can see everything inside and outside. Therefore, he is the supreme overseer of all living entities. Padrishta. If someone takes shelter of his lotus feet, him, he also attains transcendental position. Tam bhajam nirguna bhavet. So only by worshipping Vishnu you can transcend and come to the transcendental position. So this should be very clear to us. This is the quotation from Srimad Bhagavatam 10:88:5. The previous one was 10:88:3. Okay. Palanartha Swamsha Vishnu Rupe Avatar. Second. So now we have come to Vishnu. So we have finished Shiva. We have come to Vishnu now. Any questions up till now? Two participants have raised their hands. Okay. Yes, we will take these two questions and yes, go in the project.
In some places, it is said that to consider Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma on the equal level is considered atheist and
Partially.
Pashandi Bhavit. And in one place, it is said if you differentiate between Lord Vishnu and Lord Shiva, it is offense or something like exactly. I don't remember, but it is something said in some Puran. So exactly how to reconcile this both these statements?
Yes, I'm aware about it. Now, at this moment, I'm not able to recollect the answer. There is a I'm not able to recollect exactly. I'll have to once again go through that reference.
Yeah.
I had discussed this previously. So you just put this question in the group.
Yes.
And I will answer it in the group. Okay. So I don't want to, I need the reference. This is a very, very fine differentiation, and we will discuss in the group this. Okay.
Yeah, only I think Lord Vishnu only says if we differentiate, then it's something like that.
Yes,
That's
yes. I remember this.
okay. Hare Krishna.
Very interesting question. We'll leave it for now. We'll keep it under suspension now, and we'll take it up. Give me some time. I'm not able to recollect that. I had studied it and brought out this point, but right now it is not striking me. Okay, Parsarthi Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. In the spiritual world, there is a Kailasha Dham. So in this Kailasha Dham, the form of the Lord is Sadashiva.
Which about whom you are speaking?
I'm in the spiritual world. There is a Kailash Loka.
No, in the spiritual world there is no Kailash Loka. There is Sadashiv Loka. The Kailash is within the realm in the material world where Lord Shiva resides. See, we have a very vague understanding of Kailash. Kailash is there also on the earthly realm, somewhere in the Himalayas, right? Where Shiva and Parvati reside. But there are at different levels within this cosmos, the manifestation of Shiva. So, which we are not aware, but of course we know. But in the spiritual world, I'll share this Golok chart. So Kailash, we are speaking here on the earthly realm in the Himalayas, but this is Sadashiv Loka. And those devotees who worship Sadashiv or Shiva as a pure Vaishnava, they are also devotees of Vishnu, but they want to serve Shiva. So they reside with him there in the east planet. This is the eternal planet, this part of the planet. This side, you can see half is in the spiritual realm and Brahma Jyoti, half is in the material. So you wanted to know about that, right? What about them, right? Just like Balram is just a minute, just like Balram is an expansion of Krishna, and there are devotees of Krishna who are attracted to Balaram and serve Balaram, and he has his associates. Like Balaram has his own gopis with whom he performs the Ras Leela. So similarly, there are devotees who are devoted to the Lord, but they worship Shiva, but understanding how Shiva is, as a Vaishnava. And but they want to serve him, so they reside with them in this loka. Is there anything else you want clarification?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Tell me.
The Kailash Dham within this universe is located near the Himalayas. Here on
No,
Earth.
that is one manifestation, I'm saying. It is one level of manifestation. There are many levels which even I'm not aware about much.
Yes, here I have heard elsewhere that Lord Rudra is also there at in Nagaloka, where the serpents are. Then he's allowed to stay in fire, in air, in water.
Yeah, that we already discussed. Yeah, he can manifest in many different like that forms, like the 11 Rudra forms we discussed, no?
Yes.
See, there are to just give an example, the personality of Kali actually exists. He's a personality. He's a person. Kali Yuga is a personality. He's a person. And Parikshit Maharaj actually had that samvad which comes in the first canto. You know, that discussion. He was there. You can see the picture also. Kali is wearing that, dark. So even the deity of this personality of Kali is in Nepal. There's a deity, and this deity is slowly coming up, it seems. And as Kali Yuga will progress, slowly this deity will fully manifest, and then only full effects will be seen in this Kali Yuga. But the personality of Kali also is manifested wherever these illicit activities are going on. Meat eating, intoxication. When you see meat eating, actually Kali is residing there in a different form of manifestation. In a different form of manifestation. Similarly, Shiva has his original abode in Kailash where he resides, but he's manifested also. He expands himself into different kinds of forms and manifests there also. Are you getting this point?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Prabhuji,
1 second. You have something more to say?
yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
There are 11 Rudras. And of all the Rudras, Lord Shiva is the prominent Rudra. So
Yes,
the
yes.
remaining 10 Rudras are sons of Lord Shiva, or they also came from the forehead of Brahma?
No, among those 11, one is prominent. It's a vibhuti. Just like there are 49 or 51, sometimes 50, they say there are different types of winds. And among them, the Vibhuti Yoga, I'm not able to recollect. See, I think Marut is mentioned, I think. 1 minute late. Adityanam Ham Vishnu, Jyotisham Raviram Shuman, Marichir Marutam. Yes. So, okay, I'm just showing you that. In the Vibhuti Yoga 1021, Adityanam Aham Vishnu. Among the Adityas, I am Vishnu. Jyotisham Raviramshuna. Among all the illuminaries, I am Sun. Sun is a prominent. And Marichi Marutam Asmi. Among all the Maruts, there are 49 or 50, let me see. 50 varieties of winds blowing in space. Of these winds, the controlling Marichis represent Krishna. So among them, among the 11 Rudras, these are 11 different Rudras. Among the 11, one is prominent, Vibhuti. So that's why among all the 11, this Shiva is there, like that it is. So it's a Vibhuti.
So all 11 came from the forehead of Brahma?
It's exactly not described like that. But it's just Rudra appearing from the eyeballs. It is maybe he has expanded. I don't know really exactly whether there is such a description that all the 11 came from Brahma like that.
No,
Yeah, expansions. There are expansions, you can say.
Thank you. Okay.
Lot of Shiva Tattva inquiries. Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Dandrat Pranam Prabhuji. Actually, we know this manifestation of Lord Shiva, but the common people worship Lord Shiva.
We don't know really.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
The common people worship Lord Shiva to get his abode. Then he after he goes to the Sadashiva Lok, eternal Lok. Who worships Lord Shiva?
I'm not clear with your question. I am not clear with your question. Can you repeat it very clearly?
Yes, Prabhuji. Actually, we know this manifestation of Lord Shiva, but the common people worship Lord Shiva. So where he goes to the abode of Sadashiva Lok,
Who goes?
The followers of Lord Shivji, जो शिवजी की पूजा करते हैं.
That we discussed now. If they worship him as supreme, they are within the modes, then they worship him because kamastesya ritagyana prapadyante anya devata. So then they will go more deeper into material ignorance and they will Lord Shiva will more bind them in the material world. But only Vaishnavas understanding Shiva Tattva as he is the best among the Vaishnavas, then Shiva gives their mercy so that they come closer to Krishna. So the followers of Shiva, they are in ignorance. How they will go back? They will not go back.
No.
They will go
Yes.
deeper into ignorance.
Oh,
Is it
okay,
clear,
okay,
Mataji?
okay. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, thank you, Prabhuji.
Hey, Virendra Yadav Prabhuji. Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Dandavat.
Yes.
Prabhu, this Shiva at Sadashiva Loka, can he be seen as Vaishnava Yatha Sambhu? Because Sadashiva Loka, it is in the spiritual world.
Come again?
Prabhu, this Sadashiva Loka, it is in the spiritual world.
Yes.
So there,
partly a part of the Sadashiva Loka is in the spiritual world.
So there Shiva can be seen as Vaishnava Yatha Sambhu. He's free from modes.
Yeah, Sadashiv, in Sadashiv, there is Sadashiv, and he is completely a transcendental personality.
So there he can be seen as a Vaishnava Yatha Sambhu. That can be related that way.
Just like, many of Prabhupada disciples, are very pure, who are qualified to go back to Godhead. Sometimes they may say, instead of going back to the spiritual world, I would like to go wherever Prabhupada is in whichever planet preaching. So similarly, those, devotees who would like to, it's like a pure devotee, they would like to serve him. So he's got his associates who serve them in Sadashiva. Serve him in the Sadashiva.
Right. And Prabhu, one more thing. There was mentioned that only Brahma and Shiva are Guna avatars. Vishnu is not part of Guna avatar. He's
Although Vishnu is a Guna avatar, but he doesn't come in contact with the mode of ignorance. Goodness. He is always Gunatit.
Thank you.
He's always Gunatit. And this principle has been established right in the Bhagavatam. And Jiva Goswami analyzes this very deeply in his Laghu Bhagavatamrit. I will show, because it is very important that we understand this. Yeah. Yeah, 1 second. I think it is in verse. Oh. I'm not able to recollect the verse. It's in the first canto, second or third chapter, which is mentioned. I remember. Sattvam rajastama iti guna prakrite para. Sattvam rajastama iti. Just a second, I'm just looking into it. Right in the. Now I'm not able to get it. So it is mentioned there in the first canto, the verse reference I'll give you if you want. that the Lord only accepts the gunarthas of Hari Virinchi. Then Hara is there, Hara iti Sangya, I'm not able to recollect. But it is mentioned that Hari is what? Beyond the three modes. So Vishnu, although he is maintaining the mode of goodness, but he is still transcendental. And that also verse was there, Hari Nirguna Shakshat. Are you clear about it, Guruji? I will give you the word reference. I'll search it out and give it.
Yes, bro. Yes, bro. Yes, bro. Thank you, bro.
Any other questions or clarifications? Anyone has any other clarifications? So today is a very, very auspicious day. Today is Shivratri, and it is well celebrated in India. Those so-called followers of Lord Shiva try to imitate by, they think that Shiva, drinks bhang and takes intoxicants like, what is it, marijuana, ganja, it is called, and they also do that, and they think they are actually pleasing Lord Shiva, but they are also going in deep, deep ignorance, and they will be highly punished by material nature. So if you want to imitate Shiva, Prabhupada said that Shiva, that poison, halahal, which was going to destroy the entire universe, Lord Shiva, that entire halal poison, made it concentrated. What? He made it concentrated and got it in his palm. And that concentrated halal poison, he honored it, you can say. And that's why, and he did not allow it to go down. And that's why he's called as Nilakanta, because his transformation happened, Nilakanta. And some drop, it is said, it fell down. And that drop, all the reptiles, snakes, all the poisonous beings, creatures in this universe, they took that. And try, if you know a snake, cobra, or a scorpion, if anyone has an experience of a scorpion bite, one devotee with whom I was sleeping in our farm once, I was just about to sleep, and he was sleeping, and a scorpion bit him. And he was jumping high in the sky, back and forth, up, because of the bite, which was so intense of the scorpion. So all that small drop, all these other species, they have that poison. So this is the glory of Lord Shiva, that he's so merciful that he is accepting suffering himself to show compassion to the jivas as a genuine Vaishnava. So today we should pray at the lotus feet of Lord Shiva, whom we see as Vaishnavanam Yata Shambhu. Pray for his mercy so that we can become free from false ego and attain the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. Just like the gopis worshipped Katyani. Katyani is none other than Yogamaya. The material manifestation is Mahamaya in one sense, so that they can attain Krishna. So similarly, especially we as devotees should understand this Shiva Tattva and what Lord Shiva plays a role in the life of Vaishnavas. And we see Sanatana Goswami had his bhajan kutir in Chakleshwar, Mahadev in Mansikanga. And he used to sit and do his bhajan there at Chakleshwar Mahadev. And there, because the mosquitoes were troubling him, he wanted to move. Then Lord Shiva, as a Vaishnava, he wanted to associate with a Vaishnava like Sanatana Goswami. He did not want to lose his association. So he ordered the demigod of the mosquito Loka that don't disturb Sanatana Goswami. So the mosquitoes never used to disturb him. They never came there. And this benediction, mind you, was given only to Sanatana Goswami. It's not that the mosquitoes will not trouble you when you go there. They trouble you. And I have seen that they trouble whenever you sit and do your bhajan in the evening there. So this benediction was exclusively only for Sanatana Goswami. So Vaishnavanam Yata Shambhu. So Lord Shiva is very merciful to the Vaishnavas and he helps us to come closer to Krishna. So today we should pray at the lotus feet of Lord Shiva that we can become free from this ahankar and attain the lotus feet of Krishna. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki Jai. Hare Krishna.